called generic models. Okay, it's right here, and it is called, I think this is the one I got right here, the 11458 axis hatch, or is it this one? Let's see, which one is it? Okay, there's a bunch of them here. I think it's this one. So I'm going to grab this, I'm going to drop this. Let me see if I can do this. Okay. Is that the one? Hopefully I got the right one. I hope I got you guys the right one. I had a few of these. There it is. Adexter Spectro, and I think I used 7 and 11. I think I used this one. So let me go ahead and just take this one and drag it in. I'm going to drop it. I'm just going to find it here. Let's see. Let me put it there and see how it okay, there we got put in 2. So I'll go ahead and yeah, I didn't want to do that. So I got this one. Now let's see how that looks. Let's see if it actually makes some sense. Let me see if I can see. Okay, it's on the wrong level, okay? All right, and so now that didn't go in the right spot. So what I want to do is I'm going to take it, and you can see how it looks. It looks pretty cool. So I'm going to go, I got to go to the second floor to put that in. So I go to level 2, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the same thing with level 2. And I didn't really remember where I got it from. And I don't really remember which one I used, but I went ahead and I'm going to go ahead and drop this in here. Let's see if I can drop this here. There we go. And when I go ahead and hit that, it gives me that. And then what I can do is I can rotate it by clicking on it. And you want to make sure you have the object selected. Okay. Selecting that. Sometimes you got to turn off the floor to get these things to work right. But another way I can do it, I think I can get it from the first floor. Now, so let me go there. So, okay, there it is. Now, I can go ahead and rotate it like this by going ahead and picking a point and saying, you know what, I want it to go like this. And it gives me that 90-degree angle. And then I can take it and kind of place it more like this. I may have to move it again, but let me take a look at what it looks like. So I have it like this. And right now, it's kind of starting to make some sense as far as where it's going to go. And there we are, it's looking good. And if I really want to see, the best way to do this is with my section box. So I'm in the 3D view right now. You can see I'm in the 3D view. Now here in the 3D view, there's this really cool option called section box. I click on section box, and it brings up this box. I can click on the box, and then there's these arrows. And these arrows allow me to pull back the geometry so I can see what's going on here. And so right now I can see, okay, do I have a decent location for this attic stair? And I would say, yeah, that's pretty good because you got it close to the wall right here so that you can walk up. It's kind of out of the way, and that's how you want to place it. So I'm not gonna, be down on you guys for, where the attic stair is. As long as it fits there, you should be good to go. And that's how that works. And so I think we're good to go. You have to shorten that a little bit. But you can see it right there, it's coming through there. And so that is how that would look. So now that I've got that in position, I'm going to turn off my section box, and that returns it back to the normal view. Let's go to level 1. And you'll notice this right here. Now let's stop for a second. Let's figure out what's happening. Why is that only showing me this much? Well, for a couple things here. When you're dealing with stairs, stairs are going to be, when you are doing a view like this, essentially what you're doing is you're looking down on your structure and you're slicing it at a certain level, okay? You're not seeing it from the roof, you're seeing it from about 3 or 4 feet above grade. This represents 3 or 4 feet of stairs, okay? That's what you're seeing, that's all you see. Now, the reason there's not more detail here is because it's a pull-down attic stair. And I decided to leave it just in this representation so you kind of knew what's going on. So I wanted to see what it's like to put an attic stair. This is probably not the way you would do it, but I did it here because I thought it looked kind of cool. I wanted you guys to see what it's like to put in an attic stair. So that's why, okay? Also, it's giving us some experience because we're going to be doing stairs in 3 weeks. So that's how that works. So that's what's happening right there. And if you take a look on your level 1 plan, you're going to notice that there is a note that says attic stair, okay? And that tells you what that is. So what I would do here, how would I put that notation? Let me show you. We're going to start into here. So I go to annotate, and then I go to text right here. Okay, see text? And I click on text, and then I've got these different leaders. And these leaders allow me to make a note with an arrow on it. So I'll use 2 segments. I click here, I click down here, and I go here. And it says, okay, what do you want that to say? And I want it to say attic stairs. And that's too small. I'm going to change that. ATDIC-STAIRS. Boom. And I go ahead and click on there. Now that's kind of too small. So let's do this. Let's click on that. And let's go into here. Let's change it from 3/32. Let's make it 1/4 inch. That's a little better. All right, that's a little more legible. That's probably more like what we want. And so we got the attic stairs, and then I can just use my arrow keys to push it up a little bit. Okay, does that make sense how we did that? How that all went in there? And then kind of dinked around, and so you couldn't see it on the first, when we put it on the first level, it actually extended it down under the structure, so we had to insert it on the second floor. Now let's take a look at level 2, see what that looks like. Now this is looking pretty good here on level 2. And actually, you know what? In reality, I would probably want to back that off just a little bit, just due to the fact that that is not really going to give you much room if you got up off that ladder there. So we're going to go over here a little bit. So that way you can get off the stairs and actually have a little room to move. And you know, you can dink around with this, and a lot of this is just kind of common sense type stuff, but that way you can get out and you have some room to walk around in. Okay, anyway, that's how you do that. And then we go ahead and put a note here too. And I'm going to change it to 1/4 inch. We'll go here, and here, and here, and it's going to say attic stairs. Like that. Okay, so we got that. So we're looking pretty good, and we've got everything pretty well put together. Now, let's take a look at how our elevations are looking. Just make sure that we didn't do too much work for that. Well, now look at that. That's pretty as a picture, okay? That's a good looking elevation. Don't really have to do anything with it. North also looks good, and you'll notice that if you take a look at your elevation sheet, A3, this is actually how it's supposed to be, because we have it turned on for one of the views. You don't need it for all 4, because that's just kind of redundant. So we're actually able to do it this way. So your elevations are already looking good, all right? So that we're good to go there. So that's looking pretty good. And so now we've actually accomplished quite a bit here. The last thing we want to do is, if you go to the foundation plan would be under footing. Now, under here right now, if I go to structural plans, you also have footing right there. And you see footing right here, and you've got that showing up, but I don't want it to show up, but I'm not going to worry about that for right now. We're going to ignore the footing plan. We're just going to use footing right here under architectural or floor plans. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how you want to do this. You're going to notice that in your, turn to page A4, and you're going to notice that it's showing us that perimeter of the thickened slab. So what you want to do here is under annotate, this is where you sometimes have to kind of cheat in AutoCAD. And you actually have to draw things a little bit different, okay? So what I want to do is I want to go to detail line. Okay, let me go back there. Annotation, detail line. This is where I can actually put in lines that I might need for this right here. You see, like, when we're going to get into our side view, you're going to be seeing this pretty quickly right here, how to do these details and stuff. So we're 8 o'clock, we're doing okay, we're doing good. So that detail line right now, you've got this right here. If I click on detail line, you then have the ability to then, if I have this right here, actually, hold on a second here. Okay, I double clicked on it. And when you double click on it, let me go back there so you get the idea of how that works. I go to double click on model line. It gives me these choices of how to make it. I'm just going to make a rectangle. I'm going to create a rectangle. I'm going to click it here. And I'm just going to kind of like move it along like this. And I know that the offset is going to be 2 feet around the edges. So that means it's going to be on the 30-foot dimension. If I take 2 feet off each side, that means that's got to be 26. And it's got to be 26 by 20 is what it's got to be. So I'm going to go like this, make this 20. And I'm going to make this 26 feet. And I got that. That, oh, it looks like it's just okay, where did you go? Okay, that's something else. I'm gonna go back to here because it just kind of got sucked into the wall. What's this?
Did you change from detail line to model line on purpose?
No, that was not on purpose. Let me go back here. Hold on a second.
You were under annotate before, I think.
You're right, I was. Okay, so let me back up here. Let me go here. Control C, Control C, Control C. Make sure there's nothing in there. Okay, so detail line, and